Hi, my name is Kayshawn Guy. I'm currently a senior at UNCG with a public health major, and this is my internship proposal defense. So, for my presentation today, I will discuss my health education philosophy, my internship site, my preceptor, my internship goals as well as my objectives, and my conclusion. So, the health education philosophy I chose was the behavioral change philosophy, and that just focuses on setting goals to change a targeted health behavior. And these health behaviors that are usually targeted for change are unhealthy. So, while at my internship, it is my goal to implement new strategies to recruit new participants to GC Stop, as well as reach out to the part of Greensboro that hasn't been able to been successfully be served. And this will allow people to take part of the program and begin our harm reduction services, which in turn will change the targeted behavior, which is opioid abuse. So the internship site I chose for next semester for Health 428 was GC Stop, which stands for the Guilford County Solution to the Opioid Problem. GC Stop serves residents of Guilford County, and the program was initiated with the funding from the State General Assembly to Guilford County's emergency services for the purpose of addressing the county's increasing incidence of opioid overdoses and opioid-related deaths. GC Stop does various things such as syringe exchange, harm reduction training, and community overdose response education. And the program is meant to serve people who have overdosed in the past and those who are at a higher risk for overdose. To go back and explain some things, syringe exchange is basically the exchanging or switching out of dirty needles to clean needles, and this is just an option for those who use opioids who don't want to stop. At least we can reduce their risk of overdose or death and provide them with cleaner needles. Harm reduction training is just basically when we train people to help them lower their risk of ED visit or overdose. And community overdose response education is just teaching those what to do when they see an overdose or when they're in that situation. And part of that is also the distribution of naloxone. So at my internship site, my preceptor is Chase Holman. He has a master's in social work, and he is a social worker that specializes in the needs of persons affected by substance abuse. And he is a GC Stop navigator as well as a case manager. While finishing his master's in social work at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, Chase developed a naloxone distribution program at High Point that has received state recognition for its success. And he has also served as a consultant to a statewide technical assistance project, and he also co-founded Cure Triad. So, in addition to all this professional experience, Chase also has personal experience with this because he too is a recovering addict. Once he recovered from his addiction, he went to Chapel Hill to get his master's in social work. To explain what naloxone is, that is a drug that ultimately reverses the effect of an opioid overdose if given immediately. So to move on to my internship goals. So my goals for the internship is to recruit around 300 new participants to GC Stop and also to reach out to the opioid users in the part of Greensboro that haven't been reached and are underserved. So there are parts in Greensboro that GC Stop hasn't been able to successfully reach out to. And while in my internship, I plan to create ways to do that. My second goal is to decrease the amount of emergency department visits and deaths due to opioid misuse, which is also just the main goal of GC Stop. And my last goal for the internship is to advocate and educate others on the opioid problem in Guilford County. So with this one, I just want to bring the issue to the attention of the community and to further get it out here to make sure that it could be reduced, like the amount of emergency department visits as well as deaths, and just the problem at whole be addressed and looked at in the community. So my objectives. So my first objective is to identify one more way to successfully recruit priority population into coming to meetings about harm reduction and about our needle exchange program and their location. So just to bring awareness to GC Stop, this is centered around responsibility 2, which is plan health education, and competency 2.3, which is select or design strategies and interventions. And my expected outcome for this objective is to increase the awareness of GC Stop and its resources by recruiting 300 new participants to help those who are struggling with opioid misuse. My second objective is to develop 1 to 2 more strategies by the second month at GC Stop to reach more opioid users in the community and give them a chance to voice their opinion. This is centered around Responsibility 5, which is administer and manage health education promotion, and demonstrate leadership, which is Competency 5.4. My expected outcome from this objective is that by the end of the internship, I want to reach out to the opioid user population in Guilford County that is underserved, and that allows them to have a comfortable space to choice their opinions on what they would like to be done when aiding in harm reduction and just when centering on the opioid problem in Greensboro. And my last objective is to advocate for the opioid epidemic in Greensboro and bring awareness to the community as well as possible stakeholders throughout the duration of the internship. This is centered around Responsibility 7, which is communicate, promote, and advocate for health, and Competency 7.2, which is engage in advocacy for health and health education promotion. And my expected outcome for this objective is that by the end of the internship, I plan to reach out to the community about the issue and possibly engage new stakeholders. And I also would like to inform more individuals in Guilford County about GC Stop so we can get around 300 more participants, which also relates to my first objective, and also 65,000 more syringe exchanges. So to wrap this up, this internship will allow me to grow professionally and network. It would also allow me to grow as a health educator because I will actually be doing the things I've learned in class. On a more professional note, it will allow me to practice time management and punctuality. It will also allow me to work within the community and practice cultural competence, which is very important for a health educator to be able to practice. And lastly, it will help me apply what I've learned in the classroom. And that is the end of my presentation. Thank you so much.